Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and I'm back for the For the Love of Crafting and Sharing YouTube hop. And this hop is a monthly hop that has been going on all year, and so I can't believe in this crazy year that we are at the end, and this is the final layout for this series. And the theme for this one is Holly Jolly, I think was the theme, which is basically we pretty much just kind of said you can scrap whatever for this theme. So it could be Christmas related. Some people may do some other holiday or just be celebrating something. So be sure to check out all the links. I will have those all in the description box down below. So be sure to hop along and see what everybody else creates for our last month of this hop. So the first thing that you see me starting with here for my layout, and I am going to be doing a Christmas layout. And so the first thing that I'm doing here is I have a piece of, this is basil marshmallow cardstock, and I did not gesso it, but that marshmallow cardstock is quite thick, and so it does take mixed media. So I did add mixed media with that stencil and that texture paste that you saw there, which is one of my favorites. It's like a pearl kind of white texture paste. It's beautiful. And so I used that, put those snowflakes down, and then I did add some tinsel Heidi Swapp Color Shine ink to the background, and I set that off to the side to dry. And now I am taking my stamp set here. This is an older stamp set from Ali Edwards, and it's from one of her December releases. I don't know which one, but I am just taking that stamp and I am going to stamp the word joy like you saw there on that Project Life card, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp this December story on this little label. Now, most of the items that I'm using for this came from a hip kit. I honestly can't remember if it's the newest. I think this is last year's November hip kit. And so that is what I'm using. Now, I have some other things that I pulled from my stash, and I had this little piece of leftover. It was actually the bottom of a tag, and I turned it into a tag itself because I just needed a piece to work on my layout. And so I like to put the reinforcers, so I did put a piece of silver washi tape down and punch a hole and then punch a center hole to make like a little reinforcer that you see at the top of tags. I do really like how that finishes off my tags. And so I did do that, and I did all my stamping as you saw. So now my background is still drying, and I'm going to go ahead and start to build the photo portion, I guess you could say, of this layout here while I am waiting for that background to dry. So I have that Project Life card that you saw that I stamped joy on, and then there is my photo. And so I'm going to layer up 2 pieces of pattern paper, and these, like I said, are both from the hip kit. I believe this was last year's November kit. And so I am going to just make 2 frames for behind my photo and that Project Life card. So I have the red snowflake, and then I have this black and white sort of buffalo plaid pattern. And then I am going to back my photo there with you, like you saw, with some red tissue paper. And that's going to kind of act as sort of the base for my photo and for that Project Life card to lay on my background that is drying. Now, I did want to add a little bit more texture here, so I did bring in this doily, which has snowflakes in silver and white, and it just sort of adds the perfect element there to have something else behind my photos. Now you can see my background is dry, and I've gone ahead and I have a diagonal striped red paper in the background there. I gutted the center of that paper, and I'm going to use that to frame my layout instead of a cardstock. And I also pulled out from that kit all of these acetate snowflakes, and I pulled out all the gray and the black and the red, and I'm going to use those. There you saw I put them all in the upper portion, almost like it's snowing. At the top of the layout, I added the tag that I created and that other stamped little label up at the top just to add an element up there so it wouldn't be so plain. I am going to have that sort of just be another little embellishment cluster at the top. And then down by my photos, and my photo is going to go at the bottom of this layout, I am going to use a few of these Christmas trees. And I can't remember if these Christmas trees actually came from the 2019 or the 2020, sorry, my words, release, or if they're from the older hip kit. But I'm going to pull out these trees and I'm going to put them around both the left and right sides of the photo, and then I'm going to have a small cluster up here with some sticker trees at the top. And so this is pretty much how the layout's going to come together. I'm going to have these sort of 3 embellishment clusters, and then I have this very old pebbles, and I think it was it was called Mary Mary, I think was the collection name. And I'm going to have these little peppermint stickers. I'm going to put one of those in each cluster. I've added a puffy sticker there on that Project Life card that says it's Christmas. I also have some word phrases from Nicole Jones printables for her Christmas printables, and those are in each of my clusters. Now, to add a little something to these snowflakes, because I did use wet glue and you could kind of see it, I made sure to just put the glue in the center of the snowflakes, but I added these enamel dots in silver, and that will cover the glue that you could see through those snowflakes. So it worked out perfectly. And then on the red snowflake with the holly leaves, I added 3 little enamel dots. So it kind of turned it into like a little holly berry and leaves on top of that red snowflake down by my photo. So I really love how that turned out. And I did find 1 extra snowflake, so I threw that one in there as well. Now, as you can see, the one thing that is missing is a title. So I am going to work on my title. And while you see me putting down my tile letter stickers here, this picture is a picture of our table. It is set for our dinner on Christmas Eve, and so I snapped a picture of it. And so I'm just taking a couple of different letter stickers here. I have this shiny red one I'm going to spell out the word festive with this shiny red here at the top of the photo. And then I have a sticker set of letter or words from the hip kit that I'm using, and it had the word holiday, and I think it was actually plural holidays, but I'm not going to use the S, and so you're going to see that's what I'm doing right now, is using that holiday word, and I'm spelling it out here, and that is going to be my title. So my title for this one is going to actually be Festive Holiday Table. And at first I thought I was going to have table down there at the bottom, but I instead decided to move it up here to the top, and I really like how that looks. Once I have that in place, that pretty much finishes up the layout. Here are the still photos, and please remember to check out the links below for everyone who's participating this month. And guys, I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.